I'm Jeffrey Villardo, and in the Principality of Serbia campaign from the beta version 0.92 of the Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project, a mod for Medieval II Total War. The Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project mod has just won a twcenter award as one of the best hosted mods. It is nice to see that people appreciate the work being done for this mod. Back to our campaign. It is the end of the year 1140. A crusading army from the Holy Roman Empire is passing through Serbia. The Cuman leader has died and a regent has been selected to administer the realm. There's a spelling error in the text file, by the way. It says Cuman, it should have been Cuman. Maybe someone can correct it. There is probably some script at work here. Perhaps the Cuman leader has an underage son. The Zengid emir has also died and has been succeeded by his son. A small Orthodox church has been completed in Ragusa. It would rather seem that the Norwegians have allied with the Danish, a Viking coalition. Our Council of Nobles wants diplomatic relations with the Holy Roman Empire. Our diplomat, Srbomir Zarkovic, was already near Vienna, so he wastes no time initiating diplomatic talks with the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Emperor agrees to an alliance in exchange for 200 gold, which we can easily afford. The Holy Roman Empire does not seem interested in further treaties, but that is good enough for now, and our Council of Nobles rewards us with 500 gold, so we have made a bit of a profit on the side out of that alliance. Back home, a crusading army from the Holy Roman Empire is crossing our lands on the way to the Holy Lands, and there are also some small Byzantine armies hanging around. The Byzantines have military access, so that is fine. The King of Aragon is dead. Our diplomat gets another mission, this time to make diplomatic contacts with France. The Byzantine Empire and the Holy Roman Empire agree to a truce. We are in the year 1142 and have our first merchant now, as well as a leather tanner and tailor. Business is booming. We are still near the bottom of the league. The good thing is we cannot get demoted to the next league because there is no other league. And just what I was afraid of happened. While the kingdom of Jerusalem were besieging Damascus, the enemies of Jesus have taken Jerusalem.
Today the followers of the Prophet Muhammad rejoice, for Muslim armies have captured the holy city of Jerusalem.
That's kind of historical, as it suits the Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project. In real history, Jerusalem fell in 1187, and we are only in 1142. Nonetheless, it sounds reasonably realistic. The Hospitaller Knights seem to be looking for new sponsors. I wonder if Serbia would qualify as a sponsor. We have fallen to position 26, and are on our way down a slippery slope. The Kipchaks have made an alliance with Hungary. Our busy diplomat Srbomir Zarkovic has made contact with the French.
Yes. What is it you would talk to us about, Signor?
Monseigneur, a trade agreement would very much please our Council of Nobles. The French diplomat agrees with our delay, and our Council of Nobles rewards us by recruiting 2 companies of levy archers. The King of Jerusalem has died. I wonder how the Crusaders missed the hubris in Immortal being crowned king in Jerusalem. Our Council of Nobles wants Cis in Cilicia blockaded. We have retrained some units. We are now in the year 1142. Not much has changed. Our princess Yelena of Rashka has reached Venice.
Another suggestion from your leader for us?
The Venetians seem receptive to the idea of a diplomatic marriage. The Phoenicians are not willing to give one of their cities as a dowry to our princes. I guess we have to forget this idea, although having a settlement in Italy would give us some scope for expansion. Never mind, an agreement is reached in the end in exchange for 500 gold a turn for 6 turns, and relations with Venice rise from so-and-so to amicable. That's a nice development. We now have a new ally, Venice. As a result, hostilities cease between Venice and Pisa. Here is a sneak peek into the wedding of our Princess Yelena with Consigliere Domenico Morosini. Another wonderful cutscene by Creative Assembly. It brings a tear to my eye. The Crusaders are amassing outside Damascus that is besieged by a Sicilian general. Back home, it is now the year 1143 and a civil war has broken out in the Holy Roman Empire. There was indeed a civil war between the houses of the Guelphs and the Hohenstaufen at around this time in actual history. The Papal States have gone to war with the Kingdom of Sicily. That is very awkward as the Normans of Sicily were on crusade, a crusade called by the Pope, and were in fact besieging Damascus. Perhaps the Pope wanted Damascus for himself? Some units have been retrained and there is now a blacksmith in Ragusa. Life goes on. Death also goes on. The King of Aragon is dead. The Sicilians have captured Damascus. Should that make the Pope happy? Some rebels have been spotted by our spy hiding in a forest. Sadly, the Hungarian king dies on his way back home from the Crusade. The Pisans have gone back to war with Venice. That is unfortunate as they were both our allies. Now we have to break our alliance with one of them. We break with Pisa and stay friends with Venice. The Knyaz of Novgorod is dead. We are on poor terms with the Fatimids and Hungary. Our alliance with Pisa is in tatters. Hungary has made peace with the Zengids. More units are being retrained. A land clearance project has been completed. We've made for the first time 11,000 gold in a turn. A Byzantine merchant, Iosif ek Khersonesou, has had his business acquired. This is another weird name, Iosif, which came from Khersonesos. There are at least two weird things about it. The English word Joseph, as we know it, comes from the Latin spelling, which is letter for letter, directly transliterated from Greek. So what is the reason behind this new strange spelling? The other thing is that ek Khersonesou means that which came from Khersonesos, and it does not apply to human beings, only to animals or things or ideas. A person coming from Khersonesos would have been called Chersonitis. So Joseph Chersonitis in this case. Iosif, which came from Khersonesos, is something that just makes no sense. It seems I will have to mod the character names before I can continue with this campaign. Here is that event again. The King of Hungary is dead. Pisa is at war with Venice. Hungary has agreed to a truce with the Zengids. The Moors are losing ground to the Seljuks. The Book of Composition of Alchemy, originally written in Arabic, has been translated into English. Hungary is now an ally of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. The Seljuks in Georgia have agreed to a truce. More retrained units. One of our generals attacks those rebels hiding in the forest.
Moving to engage, my king.
They are commanded by Captain Tarda. We have vast numerical superiority, and it is surprising the odds are almost even. So here's the rebel army. They have 2 units of crossbowmen, some cavalry, and just 1 unit of melee infantry.
Now, let the battle begin.
Here's our army. We are sending our skirmishers forward at the moment. Behind them follow the spearmen. And here are those Voynich, those wonderful new units with the chainmail. Here's one of the captains of the infantry. And here are the enemy crossbowmen. There are some Pavis crossbowmen and some simpler crossbowmen without shields. And our general is about to charge into them. And the enemy crossbowmen are thrown into the air. The charge has demolished them. Here's some enemy cavalry. They are charged by our spearmen and they get now stuck in melee. So this fight is in our favor. The enemy cavalry are falling. Here's our general. He has attacked the crossbowmen. They seem to be hesitating. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Nobody is doing anything. Okay, our cavalry has gone back into action. They have the Druzina models from Rushichi Total War, but they have different kinds of horses with barding. And our general goes on attacking the Pavis crossbowmen who are now fighting with their swords, and they break and begin to run. And the rebels have been defeated. Our general is taking prisoners. Some scouts here, some light cavalry. They help out with collecting prisoners.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
And our general Sviatozar Zoric has scored a decisive victory over the rebels while losing only 61 men. There he is, celebrating his victory. In the meantime, our diplomat has reached Denmark, and he signs a trade agreement with the Danes. Thank you for watching.